Good evening and welcome to BJC Mitzvah A number 211, part 6. Using Sefer HaChinuch, Mitzvah that keeps us on his way. We got to get back on track, folks. I can't be posting these Mitzvah days at 11 o'clock at night. This is ridiculous. Okay, we had a Hanukkah party. What can I do? I'm sorry. All right? God willing, tomorrow we'll be back on track. The prohibition of bestiality for women found in Parshas Achrimos. The Chinuch now discusses how the Arias prohibitions apply to converts. The sages of blessed memory stated from the Rambam that if a member of any of the nations converts to Judaism, and similarly if a Canaanite slave is freed and is now considered a full-fledged Jew, they are then considered like a newborn child, and any blood relatives that they originally had while still a non-Jew or while still enslaved are not considered to be their blood relatives any longer according to Jewish law. Thus, should those relatives also convert, it is permitted under biblical law for the converts to marry any of them, even if they're their biological mothers or sisters. Whoa! This is true according to biblical law. But the sages forbade this matter, so that people will not say that the convert has gone from a greater level of sanctity to a lesser level of sanctity, right? Can you imagine him marrying his mother? The sages instituted the matter in this following way. If a convert or emancipated slave had been married to his mother or to his sister in violation of the Noahide laws while he was still non-Jewish or enslaved, the Beis Din, the court, forces them to separate, even if the mother or sister also converted and is now Jewish. For these relatives were forbidden to him even while he was a non-Jew, and allowing him to remain married to them could create the impression that he has left greater sanctity for lesser sanctity. If, however, before converting he was married to any of the other relatives who are considered Arias for Jews, and both the man and that female relative converted, Beis Din does not force him to separate, because there is no concern that in this case that people will say that he has left a greater sanctity for lesser one, since the other Arias were permitted to him even when he was a non-Jew. All right, so that's important to know. We'll go through the details. Nevertheless, the sages prohibited a convert to initially marry certain biological relatives who had been permitted to him prior to his conversion. As Chinuch proceeds to explain, they limited this prohibition to instances where there is some basis for concern that people will say that a convert has left a greater sanctity for a lesser one. Okay, we'll continue with the home stretch, God willing, tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful night. To sponsor future mitzvah, 36% for the gold.